Hey guys, let me jump on Facebook and then I can get started. Hey Facebook, trying a new setup here, so let's see how this works. I think that should be good. Hey guys, I'm gonna give it just a second for a few people to jump on, and then we'll get started. Good evening, good evening. Hey Dave. Hey Valerie. Hey guys. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Okay, so let me pull my journal so I can stay on track tonight regarding the rest of my juice. Oh, thank you. I am so happy I finally did a protective style. I don't know why I waited 10 years or 12, 11 years to do a protective style. Hi, how are you? Okay, so let me start pulling out my notes so I can get this live stream done within 25 to 30 minutes. Don't want to hold you guys too long last night. And this is going to be part 2 of, hey, how are you, Dave? This is going to be part 2 of the juice cleanse recap. So I did an hour yesterday on Instagram that ended up being very detailed and very deep. And today I just want to go over things that happened to me personally during my juice cleanse and things that I learned that I could share with you so that if you decide to do a juice cleanse, you can kind of be on, you kind of already know what to expect and can do the cleanse better. You're more equipped than I was with the juice cleanse. And of course, everybody's journey is different. So even though I give you a ton of information about what I went through and what to expect and what not to expect, your experience and your journey is still going to be different, but it gives me a chance to at least share my journey with you. So my name is Donata Joseph, your virtual skin therapist, here to talk to you about all things mind, body, skin, and hair. Thank you. And today's live stream, I'm going to try to move this over a little bit and then try to get Facebook in a little bit more. Okay. I'm here to talk to you about all things mind, body, skin, and hair. So, things that I learned during my detox cleanse, and some of the things are going to be a kind of a repeat, but it's okay. Drink the juice slowly, because when you're drinking the juice too fast, it affects your system too fast. And for some people, especially if you're very toxic, it can make you feel thrown off. So you definitely want to drink the juice very slowly. It's almost like you have to think about your fruits and vegetables like food. The way you eat, you want to eat bite by bite and chew, is the same way when you're drinking your juice from your juice cleanse. You want to sip slowly and kind of mentally digest every sip. So that's why you want to go slow, because yes, you wouldn't scarf down 10 bowls of watermelons. That's the same way you don't want to drink a whole watermelon juice in like 3 minutes, 2-3 minutes. It's concentrated, so it hits your system faster. Drink lots of water, which is something I said yesterday, especially if you feel off when you're drinking your juice. Drink lots of water. If the juice is hard to drink, drink water with it. Some people dilute their juice with a little bit of water because some of the juice can be concentrated. What I noticed after my juice cleanse, I had so much more clarity. My mind was clear. I feel more focused. Even with my home, I got more organized. I did more cleaning. It's almost as if you guys are familiar with feng shui, they tell you in traditional Chinese medicine and feng shui, you want your area to be clean. You want your energy to flow through your home. You want your car to be clean. So the same way my body was cleansed and I was able to release toxins, I was able to release emotional toxins, That's the same in my home. I kind of went through and just did some deeper cleaning in my home and my environment, and just got rid of stuff that I didn't need. If I didn't use it in the last 6 months to a year, I got rid of it. So that clarity allowed me to be more organized, allowed me to be more structured, and allowed me to be more clear in my environment. My smell became so much more magnified. I feel like I have a strong sense of smell anyway, but after the detox cleanse, I noticed my senses are so much more stronger, to the point that I went to the nail salon that I usually go to do my pedicure, my manicure, my eyebrows or whatnot, and I was going in just to do my pedicure and my eyebrows. I walked in and I felt like I was gonna choke. I sat down and I was literally sitting down like this, trying to breathe. It's almost like I was trying to filter what I was breathing from the nail salon. It was so bad. I went to the guy and I said, hey, when it's my turn, I'm gonna be standing outside. Please call me in. When they called me in, I told the gentleman, I'm just gonna get my eyebrows done. I can't do my pedicure. Of course, I didn't tell him why, but the smell was so strong. I felt like I was breathing in all these toxins and chemicals into a clean body. So I had to end up leaving. Thank you. I had to end up leaving, and I'm going to have to find a place that, one, uses less chemicals, two, allows more air to go through in their salon, so that even if they're using any type of chemicals, it can air out, because the salon I used to go to didn't open their windows and didn't open their doors. And that helped me to be more mindful, even though I'm using natural products on my skin. But I like to go have a pedicure. I like to do polish on my nails once in a while. I always like to do my eyebrows. So I have to be mindful where I bring my temple to get service, because it doesn't help to do all this cleansing internally and then I walk into these environments that's full of chemicals that people are breathing in and out, day in and out, especially the workers. So I noticed my sense of smell was much sharper. I feel clean. And I notice as the days are going further along, my skin is looking so much more clearer and brighter to me. I notice I don't have that much darkness as I had at the beginning of my juice cleanse. So I'm still trying to, drink more juice to help build my iron, but I noticed that the color around my eyes got better. One thing that kind of made me a little excited about this juice cleanse, I don't know what it is that changed, but I feel more free. I am more spontaneous. I want to do more stuff. I'm usually that person that is a homebody. I like to stay home. I don't like to go out. If I'm home making natural products or I'm busy on the computer, it's like I'm so focused on my business that I don't have an outside life. So I noticed when I was coming out of my juice cleanse on Monday, my daughter called me on Tuesday and said, "Hey mom, let's go snorkeling." Now before I would have found an excuse, oh no, I can't go, I have to do A, B, and C. As soon as she said, let's go snorkeling, I was like, let's go. I didn't know where we were going. I didn't know how far we were driving. I just said, let's rent a minivan and hit the road. So we end up driving to Key Largo. It's me and my kids and a friend of mine and her daughter. It was like 7 of us. We all drove down to Key Largo, which is an hour and a half away. We went snorkeling for 2 hours. We went out to eat. We drove back home. I felt so relaxed and I enjoyed my day. I didn't let anything stress me. I didn't let anything bother me. And I noticed that, like, my kids will say, let's do this. And I'm like, yeah, let's go. Or I'm like, let's go to the beach. Let's go to the dog park. Let's do this. Let's do that. So I think not feeling so heavy from toxins kind of makes me feel light, and I'm always ready to do something fun. And that's really exciting because sometimes you don't realize how life bogs you down and you feel so worn, you feel low of energy, you feel tired, you don't feel like doing anything, and you think, well, that's just how I am, and you don't realize, no, that's because your body is just drained. Maybe you need to cleanse out your body so you can live life. So I feel like I'm living life a little bit more. I'm having a lot more fun. I'm spending more time with my kids. I'm spending more time with the dogs. I'm happy. Like right now, the kids are going to the movies. I want to go, but I said nope. I said I was gonna do my live stream at 9 o'clock, and they were like, "No, Mom, let's just take the boys out, and you can stay home." So I'm staying home tonight, but I'm excited to feel much lighter. Okay, okay, I think I spoke about this a little bit yesterday, not to do the juice cleanse for weight loss, because a lot of people like to do a juice cleanse just to lose weight. They see they lose the weight, they're excited about the weight loss, and then all of a sudden they've gained the weight that they lost. Two things. One, when you're doing a juice cleanse, you're gonna lose weight regardless, because you're cutting out some main things. You're cutting out sugars, you're cutting out carbs, you're cutting out junk food. So those three categories alone, when you cut them out, you're gonna lose weight. Forget the juice cleanse, just cut those out, you're gonna lose weight. And then of course you're having a lot of fruits and vegetables that's cleaning your system. So when your system is holding on to junk food, you carry that around in your waist area, and the detox helps you release those toxins and the junk food, and you purge. So of course you're gonna lose that weight. But if you do the juice cleanse and then you go right back to your junkie diet, guess what? Not only did you do yourself a disservice, you wasted that 5, 7, 3 days of the juice cleanse, but you're also kind of putting a lot of those toxins you release right back into your system. So you kind of wasted your time. So if you want to just do a diet to lose weight, just cut out the foods you're not supposed to eat and add a lot more fruits and vegetables, and then you could just do that without going through the hassle of the juice cleanse. I'd say if you're going to do a juice cleanse, do it for an emotional, spiritual, mind, body, skin, and hair experience. Yes, you get the bonus of losing some weight. You shed some pounds, you shed some inches, but don't do it solely for the weight loss. I'm going to share 2 stories of 2 different people that did a juice cleanse and what happened to them by not following the right procedure. And then I'll tell you my symptoms of what I went through during the juice cleanse. So I have one daughter that did a juice cleanse for 3 days. Every time I made juices, I made for her, and she drank the juices. First off, her experiences, by the second day, she was very, very tired, and she had flu-like symptoms, which is normal because flu-like symptoms during a juice cleanse is really, what do you call that? It really shows that you're releasing toxins. Now, if you get too sick, you're releasing too many toxins at one time. So her flu-like symptoms was bearable because it was 24 hours of the symptoms, which were fine. She did the juice cleanse for 3.5 days. She went out with the family. They ordered pizza, and she ate pizza. So she didn't allow her body to transition from her 3-day juice cleanse into eating regularly with 0 transition period. She went right into eating pizza, and she was sick for 3 days. She had the runs. She didn't understand why she had the runs, and I had to explain to her that her body just went through a whole process of detoxing her system, and she turns around and has something like pizza full of cheese. What is cheese? A whole bunch of mucus-causing food ingredients, and that caused her to get sick. So please, if you're doing a juice cleanse, transition properly. And when you transition, that's the second story of somebody else. She did a juice cleanse for 7 days, and midnight on the dot, when her juice cleanse was over, she went back to full-blown eating, had a full meal. What happens? You binge when you do that also. So you end up eating way too much, and you can have the tendency of getting either all the weight you lost or even more than that. So be mindful. The rule of thumb is however many days you do your juice cleanse for, half of that time should be a transition period. So I did the juice cleanse for 7 days. I took 3 days, 2.5 days in my case, but you should take 3 days to transition. If you do a 3-day juice cleanse, you should take a day to a day and a half to transition. So transitioning means you start out with prunes, you eat watermelons, you eat honeydew, you eat cantaloupe, you eat a lot of fruits for the first 2-3 days. If you're worried about sugar, you can have the fruits in the morning and more vegetables in the night at nighttime. Remember, the sugars from the juice, from the fruits, is not the same as table sugar. Sugar you take from, you know, the table or the packets is not the same. It's the glycemic level is not the same. So people have this misconception about let me fix this, guys, on Facebook. Sorry. People have this misconception I can't have fruits because I'm diabetic. No, you have to learn how much fruits you can have and when you can have the fruits. And you definitely want to have it more in the morning than at night. You don't want to be eating fruits at night, whether you're diabetic or not. It's still sugar, so you don't want to have that at night. So you transition that way. Let me make sure I didn't miss anything else from the list of things that I learned. And then I'll go into my symptoms. Okay, so that's what I wanted to share, the list of things that I learned during the juice cleanse. Okay, so what I experienced, my symptoms, how are you? My symptoms during the juice cleanse. I was itching a lot, which is another form of detoxification. I noticed that several other people in the group had that experience, and that's what I'm saying. When you know what other people go through, you know what to expect, and when it happens to you, it doesn't alarm you. So when I noticed I was itching and scratching my body, I was scratching my body at night, kind of like I'm doing now. I thought to myself, okay, that's my body purging. That is normal. Just, you know, do what you have to do. As long as you're not scratching to the point you're bleeding, I'm fine. And it was just a little bit. So I was able to go through the, get through that. I broke out during my juice cleanse. I broke out on my back, on my arms, and a little bit on my face. That is normal. People that have acne, people that have, I could tell I haven't been eating, I've been eating something that has mucus because I feel very mucusy. People that have acne, people that have eczema, psoriasis, you may notice that you flare up in that area a little bit more before your skin gets clearer. So that is to be expected. You just remember that your body purging. Yes, I did forget to share that information. Okay, let me tell you now. The juicer that I use is called Qving, K-U-V-I-N-G-S. Let me type it in here. 1 second. K-U-V-I-N-G-S. C7000. So I just plugged it in on Instagram. If you look under my highlights on Instagram, that's called Detox or Mental Shift. Both of those highlights shows my journey also. So I also post I show the box of the juicer that I use. Before I continue with my symptoms, if you're gonna buy the juicer costs $385. You're welcome. For you to get it for $385, you want to buy it from Bed Bath & Beyond. If you go to Amazon and if you go anywhere else, it's going to be $400 and some change. What you do, you sign up for Bed Bath & Beyond to be on their email list. They're going to send you a 20% off coupon. but the coupon is only to be used in the store. You're going to call customer service and you're going to say, hi, I just got my coupon. I want to purchase a Cuving C7000 juicer. You do not have it in the store. I want to purchase it online. Can I get an online coupon code? What they're going to do is ask you for your email address. And what they're going to do is put the 20% off tied to your email. So when you log into bedbathandbeyond.com and go in to make a purchase, at the end of the purchase, the coupon is automatically going to be applied to your purchase. So you don't need a coupon code. They won't need to send you an email to say, hey, you need to use this code. It will automatically pop up when you use the same email address to sign into Bed Bath & Beyond to purchase your Cuving C7000. If you don't have that 20% off, it will cost you $430 or something like that. Regardless of what it is, at the end of the day, you save $90 off of that juicer. I love my juicer. Yes, it cost a lot of money, but I had a cheaper juicer where I was wasting a lot of money with my produce because it was not grabbing all the nutrients and enzyme and minerals from the vegetables and the fruits. It was leaving a lot of wet pulp. So the Cuving for me is everything. If you have a juicer at home, test it out. If you squeeze it, if you juice carrots and apple, this is the best way to see if your juicer is a good juicer. I'm feeling so mucusy, I'm sorry. When juice carrot and apple together, when the pulp comes out, the pulp should be dry. If you squeeze it and you could squeeze juice from the carrot and the apples, your juicer is not giving you all the nutrients it should. Now, there are some fruits and vegetables, regardless of the juicer that you use, you squeeze it and you still find that it releases juice, like watermelon, cucumbers, grapes. Some of those fruits, when I squeeze it, it still releases juice, but not as much as if I was using my old Breville. So test out your juicer first. If your juicer is extracting as much nutrients and enzymes and minerals and it's not leaving a lot of wet pulp, you're good. If it's leaving a lot of wet pulp, take the time, buy a new juicer. Okay. Buy a new juicer. Sorry, I got distracted by a comment. Buy a new juicer, and at the end, if you're juicing every day, I juice every day. This is the first day I haven't juiced because I went to do my hair and it took a lot of time. So it took longer than I expected, and I don't like to juice at night. I like to juice in the morning. So if you're gonna juice all the time, invest in a good juicer. If you're just gonna juice for the juice cleanse, then use what you have and call it a day. Let me read these comments real quick before I continue with my symptoms. 1 second, guys. Okay, I tagged the juicer. You're welcome. You're welcome for the information. By the way, do you have a family member who recently celebrated an anniversary owning a car dealership? No, I don't. Okay, so I told you my skin broke out, my odor changed. So when you're perspiring, when you're urinating, when you're having a bowel movement, you notice that your odor would have changed, of course, because 1, it's detoxing. And 2, when you start putting good stuff in your body, then you notice that you don't have a strong odor, or your odor is much less prominent. So, or you don't have an odor at all. So you can look forward to that. Now, I noticed that the dark eyes, my dark circles are not as dark as I started. I did shed some inches. I don't weigh myself. The scale means absolutely nothing to me. Those numbers will depress you in a minute, so I don't use a scale. I go by how I look. I go by how I feel in my body. I know when I'm heavier. I have shortness of breath walking up the stairs. When I'm much lighter, I feel lighter. I don't have as much digestive issues. So I listen to my body to tell me about my weight. I don't use a scale, but I do notice that I've gotten slimmer around my belly. So that's always a plus, like I said. I got dehydrated at times. I was very emotional during my juice cleanse, especially around day 6 and 7. I already shared that with you guys from part 1. If you didn't see it, I will be posting it on YouTube by the end of this week. I did have 3 bowel movements. As I said yesterday, some people will have more, some people will have less. I had a little bit of stomach ache and cramping. I did urinate a lot, and that's to be expected. If you're drinking so much juice, you will go a lot. You may notice that some people will get cold. You'll get really cold where you have to have a blanket, you have to have socks. That's normal. That's your body that's releasing toxins, and for some reason you may get cold. Be sure that you're not drinking your juices straight from the fridge. Something I've learned in traditional Chinese medicine, that you don't want to put cold stuff in your body. Your internal organs, your internal system is warm. You want to use warm room temperature or warm things inside your body. When you put cold things in your body uses extra energy to change whatever you put from cold to warm. So if you juice and you put your juices in the fridge, like there was times I juiced for 2 days and I put in the fridge, what I would do an hour before I drink my juice, 30 minutes before I drink my juice, I'd take it out of the fridge, put it on the counter, and then once it got a little bit warmer, room temperature, or not as cold, then I would drink it. But don't take that juice out of the fridge and drink it right away. You don't want cold juice. You don't want anything cold in your body. People that like to drink with a lot of ice, your body's doing too much work to change that temperature to warm it up inside of your body. Help your body out. If you don't, your body doesn't have to go through extra work and use energy for things that you can control. Help your body out to use the energy in other stuff. Use the energy to heal your body. Use the energy to give you energy to do the work you need to do. But don't give your body extra work. And that's giving your body extra work by eating cold stuff or drinking cold stuff. I already explained to you that you will get tired. I've had people that's done the juice cleanse that will sleep for a good 20, 18 hours, go to sleep 6 o'clock at night, wake up at 10 o'clock. Allow yourself the time to recover. Again, you're releasing toxins. That takes a lot of work. When your body's doing a lot of work, it will make you tired. Give yourself the time to recuperate. That's why I said, even if it's the claws drink or if it's the juice cleanse, allow yourself to sleep and recover. I told you I had some dry patches. I noticed I had some dry patches on my face, but by the juice cleanse was over, I was fine. And I already talked about having lots of clarity. So these are the things. Oh, now this is going to be TMI, but TMI is always good. In the group that I was in for the juice cleanse, people talked about, some people, not everybody went through it, but some people talked about passing some very black or really, really, really dark stool. That dark stool, what it is old residue of food that did not process through your colon that got stuck on your colon wall, and the juice cleanse pulled it all together and pulled it out. Me personally, I was very excited to see that black stool, which is called mucoid plaque. Mucoid plaque. I was happy to see that because I felt like, wow, my colon was really being cleansed. That is also some of the black stuff that people will see when they have a colonic. So You may pass it on its own, or you may want to do a colonic and have help passing that through your system. But for me, luckily, it was passed through on its own, so I was happy to see that. So you will see your bowel movement change. I will always advise you, whether you're on a juice cleanse, the claws drink, or whatnot, always take a look at your bowel movement. That's what tells you if you've been drinking enough water, if you haven't been drinking enough water, if your body's having issues, if you have parasites, and it just tells you a lot about your body. So if you're not one that likes to take a look at your stool, get comfortable with taking a look at your stool so you can tell about your body. I talk to my kids about that since they were young. So that conversation in our household was never uncomfortable. I'll say, like, what was your stool like today? And Mom, it was pebbly. Well, you need to drink more water. Or it was very mushy. Well, you need to have more fiber. So we have those conversations. What color was it, you know? So even with your kids, you get them to start paying attention to their body, for them to start noticing when things are changing in their body. The younger they realize that, it becomes second nature to children. So between you and your family, that could be a conversation in the household, because that tells you, your stool tells you a lot about your health. So I'm going to read any more comments. If you have any questions, drop them now, because I'm going to be answering any questions, because I am done with sharing the information that I wanted to share with you guys tonight. Again, I'm going to be posting yesterday's video on YouTube. Instagram now has Instagram TV, so I'll take a 10-minute clip of what I just shared tonight to post on Instagram TV, and I'll try to do more 10-minute segments so that it could show up on, I'm sorry, Damar, I'm on live stream. I'll try to do more shorter videos so I could post it on Instagram TV, so that it's available to you guys to watch at any time that you want to watch. You know, the live stream, you could record for up to an hour, and you have 24 hours to watch, and it drops off. Facebook, it stays on a lot longer. But Instagram, it doesn't. So now Instagram have their Instagram TV, where you could record up to 10 minutes, and it's up there forever. So that's amazing. So let me look through these comments real quick. First of all, I don't know if I missed anything on Instagram. Wait, let me check Facebook first, guys. Okay. Hey there. Sorry I've been so MIA. I got a lot going on. Prayers needed. Glad to see you. You're so focused and beautiful as always. Oh, love you too, Jennifer. I will be sending some prayers your way. Okay. So let's see Instagram real quick. Okay, I spelled cuvings right. Did you feel hungry, or did the juice satisfy you? I felt the first 3 days I had more hunger. I wanted to eat more. The rest of the time I wasn't as hungry. It was more I was being greedy and I wanted the food, but feeling hungry, I didn't have that feeling. I will tell you that I did not drink enough juice the first 6 days. The minimum you should have is 4 32-ounce bottles. So this is a 32-ounce bottle. I should have had 4 of these, and the first 2 days, or first 3 days, I think I only had 2. By the 4th day, I had 3. And by the 6th day, I had 4. So I was not drinking enough juice at the beginning. So I feel that if you're drinking enough juice, you may not be so hungry. And if you do feel hungry, drink a lot of water. So I did feel hungry. That's because I didn't drink enough juice at the beginning. Do you have juice recipes on your Instagram? No, I don't have juice recipes on my Instagram, but I can post a few. One of the juices you can make that is so simple and so easy is the watermelon juice. So you juice straight watermelon. If you have ginger, you take about this much. This is what you call a thumb of ginger. You take about this much ginger and you put in the juicer. So you could do watermelon and ginger. You could do watermelon and mint. So what I would do is take a few 5 to 6 leaves of mint, put it inside the jar, pour the watermelon in, and that was my watermelon and mint juice. And what happened is, with the watermelon sitting, or should I say with the mint sitting in the watermelon, the mint started to infuse in the watermelon, so it tastes amazing. Another, I swear, when your body is clean and you eat something you're not supposed to, it tells you right away. I am so mucusy, and I'm trying to remember if I had, oh my gosh, I had cheese yesterday. I had a little bit of cheese yesterday, but anytime I have dairy, the next day I feel it. So that's what happens. You become so in tune with your body, so connected with your body, it starts to act up, and you know exactly why it's acting up. So I had some cheese yesterday. I swear. One of the things I need to stop eating is cheese, because every time I eat cheese, I'm mucusy and stuffy. Another recipe is pineapple and ginger. So you take a whole pineapple, you juice it, and you put a thumb of ginger. You can even throw 1 or 2 apples, and that makes a yummy recipe. Another great recipe is cucumber and grapes. Cucumber and grapes to me is everything. So you could take a pound of grapes, juice that, and put 1 or 2 cucumbers. So whatever juice you make, you want to make sure your juice can fill up 32 ounces, because you want to be able to have at least a whole drink of the same juice. You don't want to have to make a whole bunch of little recipes. And that's what took a lot of time for me at the beginning. I was making a whole bunch of little juices, and I'm like, no, let me make a whole bunch of the same juice, and I can have that over 1 to 3 days. You never want to keep your juices for more than 3 days. And to preserve your juices, you could put lemon to preserve your juices up to 3 days. Let me see if I have any questions on Facebook. No. Where did you get the individual to-go juice jars with the straws, not the mason jars? I got that from Aldi. So if you have Aldi in your area, I got them. They were $6.99 for 4 jars. They're so cute. I love them because I just grab and go. I make juice for my kids and I grab and go. So what I do, I grab that bottle and I take a mason jar. So when I finish that bottle, I pour what I have from the mason jar and fill up that bottle. And that helped a lot. Are you guys going? Yes. Have fun. That helped a lot, because when you open the mason jar and drink straight from the mason jar, bye baby, straight from the mason jar, you'll have a tendency to drop juice on you, and you don't want that. I messed myself up by dropping beet juice on me. So you don't want that. Take that jar from Aldi's with the straw, have it already full, and then have a side of mason jar, and just keep replenishing that jar and have that for, you know, however long you want. I will tell you, fruits and vegetables can start producing bacteria, so you don't want to keep your juice out. And that's one thing I made a mistake. I didn't know that at the beginning. So I have my juice out, I'm sipping on it for hours. You don't want that. Drink your juice. Bye guys. Drink your juice within the first hour. Don't leave your juice just hanging around. You don't want it to start making oh my god, I can't talk. You don't want it to start producing bacteria. So make sure you do that. You're welcome. Yes, I love those jars, because what happened, I think the first 5 days I kept dropping juice on me, and then I went there and I saw them, and I was like, this is the perfect jar to drink out of. So it's amazing. Oh, he did. I'll let him know. He'll be happy to know. Yes, he's trying to do better too with his juicing. He doesn't juice like I do. I just try to get him to drink at least half a jar of the juice, and then he's been playing outside, and then I've been talking to them about nutrition more. So as a family, we've been trying to eat better since the juice cleanse. So, and then he's growing up. He's about to turn 14, so he's starting to shed a little weight too. So that's exciting. Everybody, we're all trying to eat healthier. We're all trying to do better. So, you know, when you realize what you put in creates who you are, how you think, how you feel, you want to feed your body the right food. So we're kind of all on this journey together. So thank you. So if there are no more questions, guys, I am going to wrap it up. I'm going to try to take a few minutes and upload the video to YouTube. I'll try to get the first live stream on video tonight. And I will definitely let you guys know once it's posted. If you didn't get to see yesterday's video, you can go see the first video. You can share with your friends and family, and you can learn a lot more about the juice cleanse. Okay, guys? I love you guys. Thank you for always supporting me, cheering me on, pushing me through my journey, and helping me to become a better person so that I can share my journey with you guys and help you guys out also, okay? Thanks for the love. I appreciate it. You guys have an amazing night. Bye.